Hey guys, it's Josh from the Review Brothers here. And today we're going to be doing a solo review of War Dogs. Now this film, well, we're in downtown Miami first, so of course we're doing War Dogs. But this film is guns, ammo, and weed. Completely. Like, if you needed a definitive reason why this film exists, it's about guns, money, and weed. And ammo. That's just what it is. Guns, ammo, and weed define this film. It's filled with all of those things. And it comes off as a party film. But what it really is an edgy, dark comedy mixed with an interesting drama. What we get is Todd Phillips' War Dogs. Now, War Dogs stars Jonah Hill as Ephraim de Rizzoli, Miles Teller as David Packouz, you got Ana de Armas as Iz, you got Kevin Pollak, who was in The Usual Suspects. Wow. If you know who Kevin Pollak is, give yourself a gold star. Now, and you got Bradley Cooper as Henry Girard. Now, the film is about two 20-something-year-olds that get a $300 million Pentagon military weapons dealer contract. Now, these guys start out at the very bottom from basically the eBay of guns and ammo. It's not eBay, though. It's called something else. But this is based on a true story, so I don't know what's Hollywoodized and how they acted, if they actually used a website that's created by the U.S. government, according to the movie, that gives deals to arms dealers and stuff, and people can bid on it and supply weapons to the military. Now, I don't know anything about... I didn't know anything about War Dogs going into it. I just knew it was about these two guys based on a true story about how they, got a Pentagon contract. I didn't really know about it. And now going into it, I realized that this was a crime story. This is, bottom line, note for note, though, almost identical to The Wolf of Wall Street in so many ways. Now again, with them Hollywoodizing this story, I don't know what's fact or fiction from the actual real, true events. So, I have an opinion that this film was shot like The Wolf of Wall Street because it worked as a film, and they thought, why not do it again with new people? Who's going to notice? I'll tell you who noticed. A lot of people. Because this film could have been a lot more. And this film could have worked better. But it starts off, the trailers have party music and upbeat music for this film. And the thing about this film is just, it's not upbeat. It's a drama with comedy. People were laughing more than they were with the drama. So the drama dies because it comes off too much of a comedy. And that's not what a drama should do. So I just didn't really get into it. And when I did, it was for very little. I think this film is beat for beat a lot like Wolf of Wall Street. You could easily just watch that, and it'd be a lot better, in my opinion. I mean, it's no bad film. It's still big budget. It's still really, decent effects. It's decent everything. Cinematography's great. Now, it has its issues, too. I mean, the acting is top-notch. Todd Phillips always delivers with, that top-notch acting, top-notch cinematography. That's what you're going to get with him. He's the former Hangover director. He's worked with big budget before. Now, the thing I have a problem with is the way they marketed this film. They marketed it first with this Scarface-type poster, which I'm like, dude, this is going to be cool. It's going to be like a crime story. This is going to be really cool. Then they marketed it in the trailers as kind of a upbeat party movie that has a couple of things gone wrong. And then the second trailer came out and it marketed it as a crime drama that has some party elements to it. Now, this film has a lot of hype around it as it's coming out. People are hyped up to see it. What people got, I don't think, is what they expected. Well, everyone thought there was something for somebody, but there wasn't. It just came off as a very, very similar film to Wolf of Wall Street, to the point where, in my opinion, it's kind of insulting to Wolf of Wall Street, and that's just my opinion. After seeing Wolf of Wall Street, and after seeing War Dogs, I went back after watching War Dogs a couple days ago, and I watched Wolf of Wall Street. And I found that the films were too similar. And if you want an explanation why, then I'll give it to you right now. There's tracking shots. There's a lot of tracking shots in films, but there's too many tracking shots in Wolf of Wall Street. There's too many tracking shots in Miami. There's too many tracking shots in New York and Wolf of Wall Street. The actors kind of have the same type of roles in Wolf of Wall Street. Leonardo DiCaprio is the main character. David Packouz is the main character of War Dogs. Jonah Hill is the fat sidekick. Jonah Hill is the fat sidekick. Jonah Hill's the comedy relief. Jonah Hill's the comedy relief. David Packouz is kind of a bland character to the very end. Leonardo DiCaprio's character, the only thing that I can say about that is his character's full of energy. Tons of screaming. Tons of screaming. Different style of directing, which I actually liked about this film. But overall, you see the similarities. And also, it's based off a crime drama that comes off as kind of still a fun movie to watch. So, I don't know, man. I'm kind of conflicted here. The film was good overall, but it just comes off too similar. The pacing also had some issues with the pacing. Came off pretty slow in the beginning. Started out to become really, really fast. And then we had the thing where there was a couple of issues with the editing, where they didn't line up together. The plot kind of falls through around the end. And Wolf of Wall Street goes straight through with no problems, in my opinion. Well, there's a few problems in the plot, but not too many. And War Dogs kind of just drifts into a mess. Not that many necessary scenes in some of the beginning of this film. They're in a strip club. What was the point of that? They get beat up. I guess it's to, make chemistry with the characters. But we already have chemistry because we know that Teller and Hill are going to knock it out of the park anyways. Why do we need these scenes to establish their friendship? They talked about how their friendship was this big thing, and I actually shouldn't be complaining. There's not a lot of exposition in this film. There's actually none, which I like about a film. But they don't do it with dialogue properly. They put us in scenery and in scenes where we're more interested in the things going on in the background than hearing about what has happened to them before, with their stories and them telling each other stories. I'm more worried about the background and the scenery because it's so great, but there's so many different scenes where you didn't need to throw those things that we needed to know in something that's so distracting as a strip club or like a nightclub or a party scene. Because why would we want to hear something serious or something that's like a really cool story in a nightclub or a strip club? It's just not needed. I just found that the film was kind of an unnecessary thing. It's like so many unnecessary things to get to the necessary things isn't going to make a great film. It's just going to make about half an hour to an hour of filler, then the rest is good. I'd rather have a short film, right? If I could have a perfect short film or a disjointed and messy full film, I'd take a perfect short film because that film would be on point and hit every note that I wanted it to. This film feels like it tries to go there, but never fully accomplishes its goals. Overall, it's still a good film overall, and you still will enjoy it if you go. But, for me, it just wasn't that special. Anyways, guys, I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. It's not too bad. It's not terrible either. It's not that great. It's in between, and it feels just kind of like that. It was good. But it never comes off as something I'd want to watch again. That's just my opinion, guys. Anyways, what did you think about War Dogs? And if you had a totally different opinion, leave it in the comments. Maybe you'll convince me. Maybe on my second watch, because I said I won't watch this again, right? But I'm very conflicted and confused right now. And it's not confused by the story, it's just confused by how the film ended up like this. That I might actually give it a second watch just for the sake of trying to decipher what worked and what didn't. And I just think that maybe on my second watch, I'll like it more. So, if you guys want to hear what I thought about it after my second watch, which I may or may not have, I'll post it if I watch it again under the comment section in this video. Anyways, guys, have a great one, and like, comment, and subscribe to the Review Brothers. Peace.